Though sometimes we realize that nobody seems to just wanna lie. I did for you, my friend. What you wanna do? I didn't know vex for me. Say I never go these things, but I hope that you are well. I hope you're my guest, yeah. Every day I dey pray for you. Make you Baba God bless you. I never forget you. I won't forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest on me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. My money don't show now. I don't give some for you. Don't go so bad. Cause anything I get now for me and you. Yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? And so sometimes you feel like saying nobody send you. That's why I did for you, my friend. Already I thought you always stay my mind. Hi, I am Martin Epanch. Say my name to define mass media, and it is defined. I am Martin, journalist to the core, a broadcaster if you will. I am Martin, the field director. I am Martin, producer. CKC call me metal or mobile Piggy. Osuma call me metal. For no me as the lyrical killer. Who calls me Papoa. Whenever I look at the sky from here, I think the most high was good. Yeah, so Oluokona Felu, you have to go. That time is here. That time when we get to talk about those things that are too difficult to talk about in the first place. Try to get the solution out of it. Try to provide solution at the end of the day. Good evening and welcome to another wonderful spirit and knowledge filled edition of Street Report on Ebona the 103.5 FM. Otu aka isi ji nwa wee na-anabata nwayọ nwayọ afọ kịta afọ. Yotago. Yes, one Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu Ekezie as number the first. The one them I call metal. Yeah, we are in the building like furniture. Yotago to aka isi nodo. Yes, it's about time. It's about time. That time when we get to face reality, talk reality, not, amanku and mili, willy, talk about it, reality, present the facts, face it, without, being sentimental and the rest of them, being objective in the entire matter. Today, it is that time when we get to rub mind on solution to our problems as a people. Is that time. It is Street Report on Ebonade 103.5 FM. The money if I on Ebonade, you should know that now. You have to go on and yes, it's about time. That time for ombudsmanship. The fact nine or that alonancy does not mean that we shouldn't do it. It is something that is very important that we do. You have to go ahead. Ombudsmanship is just that process of like bringing the people together with the government. Bringing them together. Those differences in our pialo and we cut off assault where or below issue or mambu's issue in any way. You have to go ahead and mend defenses for government and citizens. Or find them. It is time to leave out the expectation of the world about responsibility of the fourth realm. So once again, welcome to Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. You have to go Yapotuba session, or if I buy a Yapotuba.
Now, on this edition of Street Report on Ebon 103.5 FM, flood is, the major issue in the country right now. It is ravaging like many parts of the country, and if we don't get to talk about some of these things, who will? You have to go, flood is ravaging the country. But our focus now is not basically on the flood. Our focus is on the things that it brings along with it, like erosion and a whole lot of other things. Like basically, this week, erosion is one big thing in Anambra State. This week, Anambra State Governor Professor Soludo, Chukuma Soludo, is seeking national intervention. National intervention when it comes to erosion in Anambra State. Basically, or if I so, and he is seeking it in the manner a national emergency to tackle the challenges of erosion, bedeviling the state. That's what we are talking about today. Erosion. Kainanya na erosion. Yeah. Kaisiku ebe nke apụta ka anyị nwa ka anyị esi sort the issue really. Yes, program bụ program ndị si kpakọrọ ọnụ yọtago. Program a bụ program ndị na-eche echiche ọfụma. Program a bụ program ndị achọ ka enwe solution. Program a bụ program a ya bụ ịkpọ ọnụ ya ịọfa solution. Ọ bụrụ program abịala ime ife ụmụaka. Ọ program ihe eche echiche ikwu okwu ama na onye na-ekwu okwu nwere wisdom. Na ihe anyị na-ekwu bụ ife dị mkpa, ife na-confront humanity and not just ka ọ bụrụ na a na-ekwu okwu, no, ife na-confront humanity. How do we sort them out? Or if I pụtara taa na street report na-ebe ọ na-arị 103.5 FM. And now, if you think that the Anambra State government does not know what they are talking about, you should think twice, because if you have, paid attention, if you remember the erosion that was about to take away New Pass flyover back in like a couple of years back, if you remember, you should know that what he's talking about is not shy play, And then, if you are still doubting it, you should go to places like Ekulobia, places like Oko, places like Nobi, and this is just to mention but a few places where erosion is very serious and doing a whole lot of things. And if you think there is, that I can't mention more, Nanka. What about Nanka? You should go to Nanka. If you come out from Nanka, after going to Nanka, you will become an erosion advocate yourself. You have to go all phenomenon. And today, on this edition of Street Report, I'm going to bring you a report like I made a year ago, about the erosion that took away the road that connects Ndamunobi, and we made a report last year, and then the federal government intervened and it was fixed. So I'm going to bring that report. So you get to understand the reason why the governor of Anambra State is calling for, national emergency to tackle the challenges of erosion bedeviling the state lately. And this report we are going to give you today is basically a testimony of what Street Report is about. Causing social change, is what we are about, before I will go any further, can you Street Report is a program and a sponsor. You can sponsor this program, and then I know and make this thing they treat a lot of issues. Now try to sort you out. Really. So this said, can I watch a little bit like I put up there and Maluku. Enjoy this. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's right. It is still Street Reports on Airborne at the 103.5 FM on a fat bottle. And the reason why we are here today is to, serve the purpose of the fourth realm. That thing we are supposed to be doing, causing social change on our streets. And that's exactly what we are about. Nyaka ino kita afo, na cause yabu social change. Now, let us remember that as a result of the flood, erosion most times is as a result of the flood. Most times, and like that report, I'm going to give you. It is done like the erosion was caused by the flood that was coming from Nnokwa towards that particular area of Ndamnodi. It washed away the soil and then it became something else. The area began to sink and the rest of them. So it sank one road that connected that Ndam road at a time. But at the time, the federal government stepped in. Today, if you go there, you won't even notice that erosion happened there in the first place. Now, it is still the testimony, basically what street reports could do. What street report is exactly what it is about, solving problem. That problem was solved while we were doing this, basically. You want to go? It is something we also have to do spiritually. So let's enjoy this one. Let's talk to the Most High in this one. It is basically fun, but it is addressing the Most High. Let's talk to him, and then when we get back, we continue on this particular discussion. Remember that we open the phone lines, then you contribute your quota. What erosion is doing, in your locality, in your location. That's exactly what we're talking about today. So stick around with this one. It is coming from Zlatan. Enjoy this one, and I'll be back. Yo, the Malice, John Malice, John Malice, John Malice. Ebuga, shower your blessings. Ebuga, shower your blessings. We want this money. And the teacher. Hey, hey. Ebuga, shower your blessings. We want this money. Ebuga, shower your blessings. We want this money. Got the t-shirt. At the toilet. Eh, at the t-shirt. At the toilet. Okay. Back. Okay. Yo, that's right, yo. Welcome back to Street Reports on Ebona, the 103.5 FM on a power bottle. And this is exactly what we're here to do to cause social change and on FM. Social change is being caused, basically. Yeah, some more kind of Martin, a fine shuku, AKZ, as number the first, the one that I call metal. And remember that one of the things we were discussing before we went for that music break is the fact that flood is equals to erosion. And that's why the governor of Anambra State, Professor Soludo, is crying out, Amale family, really, because he's saying that the cost will be so much for a state government to handle. That's the thing. Now, do you agree? That's the question. Now, the flooding that is, this flooding that is ravaging Nigeria will take us a while to calculate, the damages done so far. It will take a while. Now, if you doubt what Governor Soludo is saying about erosion, you need to go. I've told you, you need to go to Nobi, Okulobia, Oko, and you will understand. This is to mention, but a few. But there is more. You have to go ahead. So, why is Governor Soludo calling for national intervention when it comes to erosion in Anambra State? If you count the cost of how much this flood is. But I want you to have a better understanding. Let me now give you that report that is going to portray what this is about, really, what erosion is doing to Anambra State, basically. So you have experience of what erosion is doing in Anambra State. Take a listen.
The erosion sites are 20% in the road, which have undergone several constructions by the government, is now terrifying residents of the area with more destruction. The terrifying people are good to make people communication
Hello, Alpha.
describe the damages.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Emeze ka mgbochi ya anọ m o. Emeze mgbochi ya gị.
It's not really as a result of the flood. It's just that the last construction was done. Yeah, definitely, but I'm talking about the actual cost of this is as a result of disaster, the last one was done. Another resident of the area, Mr. Christopher Okoye, laments about the damage. So, I'm not wondering how much I chairman another president of the area called on government and public. Some on a construction company area, and they say even ndị bi na ihe a na-agwa ihe anyị na-arịọ bụ ka gọọmenti gbasara ya ọsọ enyemaka n'ọkwa n'ọrụ federal ihe a ha gbasara ya ọsọ enyemaka na mmadụ na-akwapụzi akwapụ
Now, there you have it. A proof that this is scientific. You want to go? But the thing is that particular one that happened at Ndamunobi is already handled. The federal government took like charge and then fixed it immediately. It is no more a problem. But if you go to Nobi, there are some other places where erosion is also affecting, as well as Ekulobia and the rest of them. This is how the governor of Anambra State, said this thing. How he said Soludo seeks national emergency to tackle erosion. And it is said that he's seeking it. So Soludo pointed out the issue of gully erosion should be a national emergency, as the resources to tackle the problem are beyond the capacity of the state government. The governor made these remarks during the birthday of a priest in Oko. He said after the mass that he was going to go to the location where the erosion is happening in Oko. He was going to visit that erosion site at Oko, and he did basically. Anambra, he said, is the gully erosion state in Nigeria. The resources to solve this gully are beyond the capacity of the state government. The issue of gully erosion should be a national emergency, together with flooding in 7 local government areas presently, are submerged. And that one, we all know about that, really. Do you think that this erosion issue is something that we all should cry out, that something should be done immediately? Do you think it is so much of an emergency with what you're seeing? Do you think it is so much of an emergency, just the way Anambra State government is calling for, national emergency on that particular issue? If it is, what should be done? What advice do you think, government like should take when it comes to this particular issue now? What do you think should be done? Are you Do you accept the fact that it is so much for a state government to handle? The numbers to call to become part of this conversation this evening, bo 08096661035. You have to go when you call, you lay your contribution. We know about that really. Now, ndị be anyị ife anyị na-akpọ maka erosion na-eme na Anambra State. If anyị go get report of nke mere na Nnobi, though federal government came in and fixed it, yọta here. Mana ihe anyị na-akpa today maka erosion na-emegasị na Anambra State. Nya mbuze na-emegasị na steeti anyị. Ihe na-akpati ya. And otu governor of Anambra State na-akpọ like ka enwee national emergency, ka ọ bụrụ national emergency, ka consider ya nọ ife na affect everybody really. Pay straight like serious attention to it. Na-ekwu na the fund Anambra State nwere aman dị enough iji wee handle ife dị na ya yikweten n'otu o si dị. Nọmba ị ga-akpọ ka ị wee bụrụ part of this conversation. Ihe anyị na-akpa na mgbede a bụ 08096661035, and ka ị na-akpọ ilotekwa na flood na-eso of course ife this erosion in the first place. Now, you know that the issue of erosion, flood, affects a lot of things, road construction. And Anambra is saying that, okay, let's get this call. Hello? 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 Onopia? Yeah, please call back, Please call back. Once again, the number to call to become part of this conversation are 08096661035. You have to go here na babulo ihu maka, and then no need. Obo ni na atu egwu ka na akpozele for in the first place. No need on na atu John. If you call, you speak, you hear the in the first place. So the people hear you. Hello? Hello? Hey, hello? Network as China. Hello? Hello? Oh, please call back. One more, please. Call back, Biko. Yes, it is still Street Reports on Ebon and the 103.5 FM, and we are looking at the issue of erosion. And how do we begin to, solve this issue of Mbuze in the first place? And you see now that the Anambra State government in Ekuzina, now all the too much for the state to handle, that it should be declared a national emergency, basically. So 08096661035. You have to go network mobiles this evening, but please keep the calls coming. All the very important that we discuss about it. Now you know that the issue of erosion, flood affects a lot of things. Road construction. Okay, let's get this call. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening. Hello. Your name and your location? Okay, KBC Akbo.
Sorry for a bag.
Your first time caller? Are you a first time caller? You're busy in Akba Ebefa.
Not the first time.
Okay, Mwagabani Rubiko.
Yeah.
Erosion kind of Humakia. Mbuze?
Yes, because I'm my young, I'm my own. Country or something. I'm going to get a cannon of 2 million.
Okay.
I'm going to the Raja. This is erosion. I'm going to I can my village. Erosion is good. My community is not it. Okay, I told I am working for this year. Last September. On
when can I man aside the own?
And tell them about although someone found out at the weapon who I get on it. That's it. You get to our already. That's all the bush. So I want to what I'm
okay.
Yeah, that's the mother. Okay. They do not on them.
Okay.
Yeah,
the flood on Agana. Okay. Okay. Keka is mekwana Kenya loan aka keke gesi mefede ni keka government gesi ti aka Kenya loan aka ke if feel government ga mema kan ka de go na side bone. Okay.
Because we do really cover it. We do really too much. See? So, okay, walk out together. I can assume what that do. Now, wait and I change it.
Oh, yo. Subaru, Darren, thank you very much for your contribution. Can I know what from those? Okay, I'm looking for them on their own side. Okay, Daru, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it is still happening. This is Street Reports on Ebona at the 103.5 FM on a Bottle. And the reason why we are here today is because of erosion. Keko semena side you know. Keke is sinyalaka. Ke ihe obono nemena side and keko semewili. And then government of Anambra State in the that the organ too much for them to handle. What solution Kiga offer as a person? Can use you as a people? Malika is attack here. Malik Yagamia Willie. Yes, so the numbers to call are 08096661035. Imam na erosion mbuze adenye nsogbu malona odempa na igeti onu n'ihe gbasara like when it comes to obona or affect bagi as an individual too. It is around us as a people. How do we fix this issue of erosion? Oh yeah, nsifana okay. Kedu ihe dị iche na nwoke na nwaanyị ifukol. Now erosion is it not also affecting you as an individual? Is it not also affecting your community? In Anambra State or be like within Anambra State, all this year flood either near or there may either fear. So anyhow, moving further, Anambra State government has expressed concern that gully erosion has eaten up over 70% of the landmass in the state, while also threatening the lives and property of people in the affected areas. This was disclosed, in Oka by the Commissioner for Environment, the Odumegu, who described the situation as precarious and further disclosed that the former Commissioner of Works in the state did a lot and pushed the site in Anambra to over 1,000. That is, in Anambra alone, and we'll go to at least 1,000 erosion sites in Anambra, according to them. This 1,000 sites of erosion in Anambra State, when Kevin aside, and if it is disturbing you or like whatever it is, how do you want the government to come into fixing this kind of issue, Willie?